Hi guys, so for this video I'm going to show you how to file CR1 online. So that's the spousal visa. So this is a form 130 and here are the information you need to provide in order to complete this form. Of course, make sure that you have created an account in myaccount.uscis.gov in order to start the process. Now once you logged in, all the time you log in, it will going to send a verification code to the email address that you use for this account. So just put in or type in the verification code you received in your email. Now once you hit submit, it will route you to this page. Select file a form online. Now here there's a drop down for different type of forms, and just choose I-130 since we're trying to do the spousal visa form. And after that, just click on start form. Make sure to read everything though, because there's like a specific instruction or information that you need to know. So now here it says before you start your application, make sure you are reading the different options. So there's a U.S. citizen one and a lawful permanent resident of the United States, which means the petitioner is a green card holder and he's trying to petition his spouse or a married child or daughter. So here the documents you may need, the process, the step-by-step after you submit your application, and we'll tell you everything on this page. And by the way, I was petitioned by my husband and he is a US citizen. I was with him when we fill out this form, so I'm just gonna show you how we did it and what are the information we provided for I-130. This right here, it says that for form 138 or for your beneficiary, if if he or she is overseas, the form does not need to be signed. Also make sure to read this part because they provided some categories for following reasons why you cannot file the form 130. So I would suggest that you just read this part. This is like the first page when you click on that the form 138. And here it's telling you just the basic part or basic information of filing the form. So it's telling you that they will automatically save your responses and also show you how to continue to fill out the form. So before you begin, you'll be reminded again for some basic information. And first question is someone assisting you with completing this application? So if you are using a lawyer or if you have a lawyer that is processing the I-130 on your behalf, then you just click yes. If you are doing it yourself, then click no. So first question, that is this part is for the petitioner. What is your current legal name? So just provide your given name, your first name, your middle name, and your family name or your last name. So make sure you are providing your legal name that matches your birth certificate. And if you don't have a middle name, just leave it blank. And just letting you know that the names or information that I provided are just random. These are not our personal information. So again, if you don't have middle name, leave it blank. And for those who change their family name or their legal name, especially for women, when they got married, they normally or usually change or use their husband's last name. So just make sure that it's your legal name that you're putting in. The second question should be, have you used any other name since birth? Say no if you haven't. Say yes if like legally you need to change your name. And next, provide your contact information because there are times that they need to contact you, so just make sure that it's the right phone number. and your email address, of course. Now here is your current mailing address. If you're staying in an apartment, make sure that you also provide it, or do not forget your apartment number. And after you provided this part of information, the second question would be, is it the same as your mailing address, or is this your physical address? So if it is, just click on yes. So we'll assume that it's a yes. Here it's gonna ask you for your address for the last 5 years. Make sure you provided that information if you have been moving, or for most cases for military spouses. This happens a lot. Just like our case, my husband was stationed from different countries, so we provided that information, the starting date and the end date that he stayed on that place. If you were in one place for the last 5 years, then it's much easier. And again, remember, it's whether inside or outside the United States. Next, so what is your gender? Again, be reminded this form is for the petitioner. This is not for your spouse. So click on male or female. And what is your ethnicity? Let's click on not Hispanic or Latino. Next, what is your race? So there are options: white, Asian, Black or African American, American Indian or Alaska Native, Native Hawaiian, or other Pacific Islander. So just let's click on white. Next, what is your height? Provide your height by feet and inches. And what is your weight? So provide that information by pounds. What is the color of your eyes? And there are different options or drop down. Make sure to click on that. There's black, blue, brown, gray, green, hazel, and so on. Let's just click on brown. Then what is the color of your hair? There's also a drop down or an option for this one. And just click on it and choose your hair color. Next would be your employment history. So where have you worked for the last 5 years? It's whether inside or outside the United States. So just provide those information. So just click on add employment if you have different addresses for the last 5 years. Now let's click on next. And what is your immigration status? If it's asking you if you're a US citizen or a lawful permanent resident. So I clicked on I am a US citizen. Did you gain lawful permanent resident status or citizenship through adoption? Let's click no. So this right here is your alien number for those petitioner that are a green card holder. But if you're not, just click the box for I do not have or no my A number. What is your USCIS online account number? If you don't have that online account number, click on I do not have. This is actually if you were previously filed a form with a receipt number that begins with IOE. So just click on that, but if you don't, click on the box that I do not have. What is your US Social Security number? So just provide that information also. Provide a 9-digit Social Security number. And here, what is your date of birth? So provide your birth date, month, date, and the year. What is your country of birth? So where were you born? So if you were born in the United States, click on United States. If you were born in different countries, make sure you choose the right answer for that. What is your city, town, or village of birth? So provide the information of the place that you were born. Next, it's going to ask you, how did you obtain US citizenship? Birth in the United States, naturalization, or parents. So let's click on birth in the United States. Have you obtained a certificate of naturalization or a certificate of citizenship? So click on no. What is your current marital status? So of course click on married since we're doing the spousal visa. And once you click on married, it's gonna ask you how many times have you been married. So if you were divorced or if you have a history of divorce, just provide that information here since it says include annulled marriages, marriages to other people, and marriages to the same person. Click on next. So in this part, it's now asking for your spouse or your beneficiary. What is your current spouse's legal name? Your spouse's legal name is the name on his or her birth certificate unless it changed after birth by a legal action such as marriage or court order. Do not provide a nickname here. So if your spouse is now using your last name or carrying your last name, make sure that you provided that information here and not your spouse's maiden name. On what date did you marry your current spouse? So that is your wedding day. Just provide that information again, month, date, and year. Where were you and your current spouse married? So provide the country of the place where your marriage took place, the city or town, and the state. When did your last marriage end? If you were divorced, make sure to provide that information. Leave it blank if you're not. On this part, what is the full name of parent one? This is your parents and not your spouse's parents. So provide their given name, middle name, and their family name. What is their date of birth? So that's their birthday. What is their gender? So let's click on female. If you're providing your dad or your father as your parent one, then click on male. What is their country of birth? Click on United States or wherever they were born. What is their city, town, village, or residence? So that is your parent address. What is their country of residence? So click on the drop down and it will give you all of the countries. Make sure to provide the right information. Click on next and it's going to ask you for the full name of parent 2. Again, make sure to provide the legal name, given name, middle name, family name, and it's basically the same with the information that we provided previously. And next, for whom are you filing this petition? So it's gonna ask you again, select a relationship the beneficiary has to you. So if you're filing for your spouse, filing for your parent, your brother or sister, or for your child.